This is Zanrail here, and I made this video in response to the top Steam review at the time for Majesty 2. Well, I posted one after that, and I guess I'm at the top now. But anyway, at the time, the top Steam review was real negative, said it was one of the worst strategy games this person had ever played, and by the time you got to the 6th mission, it was just totally impossible. And it's actually not impossible, so I'm going to show how to beat that mission without cheats. The thing about this mission is that it's, like it says in the description, it's all about survivability. So you have to have the toughest units you can possibly get. I've tried it with all different kinds of combinations, but the only way I've found to do it is with a warrior and cleric guild, so that the clerics can heal the warriors, and then you also want some towers next to where they come out, next to their guilds, so that when they're running away they don't get killed right away. But you're still most likely going to lose a couple units at the beginning. Another thing about this mission is that dragon, it will continue to attack you, and so the strategy is just to get your units up to the point where they're not getting one-shotted anymore, while at the same time expanding your economy. So that's why we go ahead and put a marketplace down as quickly as possible. And then the other thing is that your warriors and clerics have an upgrade on the 2nd tier of building that is extremely critical to help with their survivability. So we're going to go ahead and get those buildings upgraded, and we also need to get the potions as soon as possible so that they can start buying potions and keep themselves alive. In general, it's usually best to prioritize reviving your fallen heroes over getting upgrades and things like that. It just depends on the upgrade. Like, for instance, it's a lot cheaper to do a heal than it is to revive a hero, and so it's worth it. Now here's that blast that we upgraded on the cleric. It increases their damage output by 8 times, so it's a must for this one. It allows them to go toe-to-toe with those drakes and actually take them down. So from here, we're just going to continue to watch our economy, and we're going to continue to revive the heroes. And there's one other thing that I forgot to mention, and it's another important piece of this particular map, and that is there's an ability up towards the top that you have that allows you to increase the amount of gold that you gain quite substantially, and I just hit that, so that's pretty good to keep that one going. I don't always remember to do it, but the more you can remember to do it, the better off you are on this one. So as you can see, we're losing units, we're reviving them, we're hitting the gold thing, and we're just basically just gritting our teeth and hanging in there and just waiting for our units to finally get leveled up enough to where they're not just dying all the time. But the towers are keeping our buildings alive, and the marketplace is keeping our economy rolling. And as soon as we possibly can, we're going to put a blacksmith down, and that's going to help the economy even more, and it's also going to help the heroes make sure they have good enough gear that they can not be getting one-shotted by the dragon, and they're actually able to take stuff down. Now, skipping ahead a little bit, I'm actually going to put a defense flag on this end. A lot of times you'll lose it. It's not that big of a deal, but it actually is a pretty handy place for them to hang out and recharge themselves while also defending some of your critical infrastructure from the drakes. So it's worth it in this case. I still haven't managed to get my blacksmith down, but that end just keeps getting attacked. So I'm going to go ahead and pop a tower down here. And also the tower down by the castle got blown up, so we're going to have to replace that too. Now, as you can see, I've got this cleric that is going to take a lot of gold to revive, and I don't really want to wait, so I'm going to go ahead and put down this blacksmith. I usually like to put it over there on the other side, but I didn't have room, so we're just going to put it there. And then we'll go ahead and pop a tower next to it to help protect it while it's coming up. But that's usually not a problem. Vendor type buildings like merchants and stuff, they usually get enough traffic from heroes that they kind of have a built-in like security team, if you will. Alright, now all our heroes are up, and it's time to start thinking about the Mages Guild. So, sometimes I put it on the other side, on the east side, but this time I'm going to put it here, because it's where all those Minotaurs keep coming in. And Mages Guilds are surprisingly resilient, since they don't require builders. And as soon as that comes up, I'm going to put a couple towers next to it to help protect it. And most importantly, to help protect the mages that are coming out to fight. It won't work 100%, but it'll at least give them a little bit of a buffer. We'll go ahead and get the upgrades first so that they have the best chance. And from here on out, it's pretty much just your standard game. You're just gonna keep popping buildings down and doing upgrades and dropping towers in strategic places and keeping things maintained and expanding your army and all that other kind of stuff. And then the rest of it, it's just pretty much just do the quests and plop down trading posts and make sure you're building as many things as you can. I mean, it's just the standard game from here on out. Your heroes are survivable enough now, especially the clerics and the warriors, that you don't really have to worry about anything. So it's game over from here. I mean, it's just that first couple minutes where your town is just constantly under siege, and you wonder, like, are you going to have enough gold to revive your heroes and keep them alive? But once they get to where they're not getting one-shotted anymore, you've got that strong core, and then you can just continue to build around it, and it's kind of like just building rings. And that's it. That's how this one plays. It's hard, and sometimes you'll get some really bad luck, and you'll have to restart maybe a couple times, but eventually you'll kind of get the rhythm of it, and you can win this one more often than not. And if you're gonna win it, you're gonna, once you survive up to like level 10 or so with your clerics and warriors, you're done. Alright, well, that's the King's Feet map. It is quite doable without cheating. Thank you.